like the first book I understood what I was trying to do. So it was like it was almost like, although it was the 7th book, it was almost like the first book. It's all about a little girl called Hannah. Hannah loves gorillas. She read books about gorillas, she watched gorillas on television, and she drew pictures of gorillas. But she had never seen a real gorilla. Her father didn't have time to take her to see one at the zoo. He didn't have time for anything. You can kind of see that in this picture, the way they're sitting opposite ends of the table, there's a big gap between them, the father's not looking at Hannah, he's not talking to her or listening to her, he's reading her book. So they never did anything together. He went to work every day before Hannah went to school, and in the evening he worked at home. Here he is working at his desk. When Hannah asked him a question, he would say, "Not now, I'm busy, maybe tomorrow." But the next day he was always too busy. "Not now, maybe the weekend," he would say. But at the weekend he was always too tired. They never did anything together. There she is, sitting on her own, watching the television while her father's working. But the night before her birthday, Hannah went to bed tingling with excitement. She had asked her father for a gorilla. So that's what she was going to get for her birthday, a gorilla. That's all she can think about, gorillas. There's a painting here called the Mona Lisa, but she's changed it into a gorilla. There's a carving at the bottom of the banisters here. It looks like a gorilla. That's all she can think about. She's going to get a gorilla. In the middle of the night, Hannah woke up and saw a very small parcel at the foot of her bed. It was a gorilla, but of course it was just a toy. She was hoping for a real gorilla, but of course her father bought her a toy gorilla. She threw the gorilla into a corner with her other toys and she went back to sleep. In the night, something amazing happened. The gorilla gets bigger and stands up, and the little doll is frightened, and Hannah wakes up and sees this at the foot of her bed. Now if I saw that in my bedroom, I'd be very frightened. But Hannah wasn't too frightened, because of course it's what she wanted. That's what she wanted for her birthday, a gorilla. And now she has a real life gorilla. She was a bit frightened. "Don't be frightened," said the gorilla. "I won't hurt you. I just wondered if you'd like to go to the zoo." The gorilla had such a nice smile that Hannah wasn't afraid. They both crept downstairs and Hannah put on her coat. The gorilla put on her father's hat and coat. A perfect fit. So her dad's clothes fitted the gorilla. They opened the front door and went outside. "Come on then, Hannah," said the gorilla, and he gently lifted her up. Then they were off, swinging through the trees towards the zoo. Yes, swinging through the trees. And the cat is a little, what do you think the cat's a bit frightened? Yeah, exactly. Never seen a gorilla swinging through the trees before. When they arrived at the zoo, it was closed. Of course, it was night time. And there was a high wall all around. "Never mind," said the gorilla, "up and over." So they climbed into the zoo and they went straight to the primates. Hannah was thrilled. So many gorillas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gorillas Hannah sees. And this is her friend, a gorilla. She's got a gorilla for a friend. She's very happy. The gorilla took Hannah to see the orangutan and a chimpanzee. She thought they were beautiful, but sad. She thought they were rather sad. I wonder why they would you like to do now? The gorilla asked. I'd love to go to the cinema, said Hannah. So they did. They went to see this film. Do you know what film this is? Superman, or maybe Super Gorilla. Super Gorilla, yeah. Afterwards, they walked down the street together. That was wonderful, said Hannah. But I'm hungry now. Okay, said Gorilla. We'll eat. And so here they go to the cafe. And does anybody remember a picture a bit like this one? You've seen before. Here's a picture of Hannah with her daddy. And a table, chair, Hannah, her daddy, food on the table. And here's almost the same picture. But here the gorilla is eating a banana, is smiling, is looking at Hannah, probably listening to something that she's saying. And there's all this food on the table. All this food that Hannah would love. Time for home? Asked the gorilla. Hannah nodded a bit sleepily. And here she is riding on the gorilla's shoulders. They danced on the lawn together. Hannah had never been so happy. She's so happy dancing with the gorilla. She's done all the things with the gorilla that she would love to do with her dad if only he had time. You'd better go in now, Hannah, said the gorilla. See you tomorrow. Really? Asked Hannah. The gorilla nodded and smiled. The next morning, Hannah woke up and saw the toy gorilla. She smiled. Hannah rushed downstairs to tell her father what had happened. And this is how her father saw it. Happy birthday, love, he said. Do you want to go to the zoo? Have you seen, have you seen this? Yes, banana in his back pocket. And he's given her a gorilla birthday card and a gorilla cake. And she's drawn a picture of her with her father, her daddy. She was very... And again, do you remember a picture that looked like this before? This one here. Here's Hannah with the gorilla. And here is Hannah with her daddy and the gorilla. So that's Gorilla. One of the special books from you. Thank you. And now I think I'm going to sign some books if anybody